You're watching Wake Up with me, Jesse Pettibone. Here are this weekend's biggest moments delivered straight to your Instagram so you can stay woke. DJT the ratings machine finally pulled the trigger on firing McCabe right before he was eligible for an early pension, because every single one of DJT's bones is a Pettibone. DJT's lawyer said the president's former mistress may be liable for $20 million in damages for violating the NDA. You know what they say, if you can't deny the president's affair with a porn star, sue that porn star for $20 million. Cambridge Analytica is a new name in the ongoing unraveling of DJT's shady hot mess of a campaign. They illegally acquired 50 million Facebook users' profile data in order to create a super fun culture war. Today's wake-up call: if we had free food and hot shirtless men doing acro yoga at our ballot stations like they did in Russia, we would definitely have a higher voter turnout. John Oliver is releasing a children's book about Mike Pence's gay rabbit, because Mike Pence just released a children's book about his gay rabbit. The proceeds from Oliver's book will go to the Trevor Project, and Mike Pence can suck a dick. Someone or someones has been building high-tech bombs and targeting black families across Austin, Texas for weeks. Imagine Americans' reaction if this was ISIS. Too bad Americans don't care about black lives that much. Yikes. Cynthia Nixon, aka Miranda from Sex and the City, officially announced she'll be running for governor of New York. She's bisexual, she's an activist, and I haven't decided how I feel, but she just might win. Today's wake-up call: the US is great in the way that, I can make this show, and not really in the way where Facebook and Cambridge Analytica are both suing to kill a news story. So when you say the US is the best country, I'm just wondering, what are your metrics? The House GOP in Pennsylvania are trying to impeach the state Supreme Court justices who ruled their gerrymandering unconstitutional, and they'll probably get away with it because the House is mostly GOP because of the gerrymandering. Stephon Clark was shot and killed by police today while holding a cell phone in his backyard. They said they thought it was a gun, but y'all can detain a school shooter alive, so what's your excuse for using deadly force besides being idiots and maybe deep-seated racism? GOP couldn't be bothered to have somebody else run against a literal Nazi in a state race in Illinois, so now the official GOP nominee in that race is a Nazi. It's almost like they don't mind. Before he even blew himself up today, we knew the Austin bomber was white because people were not calling him a terrorist. I know y'all exclusively use that word to describe Islamic extremism, but most domestic terrorism in the US is performed by white men. San Francisco and Oakland are suing BP, Exxon, and other oil companies, saying they should pay for the infrastructure to mitigate climate change because they, 1, knew about it for decades, and 2, actively funded misinformation so they could continue making a profit. If this case sounds familiar, it's probably because a lot of cases are currently going to trial against the big oil companies for the very real and tangible impacts that climate change is already having on people's lives, and that they knew about it and then profited off of it on purpose. Today's wake-up call: as the 4th northeastern storm hits, I'm thinking about how climate change is causing extreme weather events to be more volatile, and that means that our increasing homeless population is at increasing risk, and 62 people own half the world's wealth. I'll see you all right here tomorrow for more Wake Up, and fun fact, you can watch every episode that happened this week in the highlights section on my profile, and remember, every day is a chance to get better. Every day is a chance to get better. Every day is a chance to get better. Every day is a chance to get better.